Hey there, Tate and Attia with Bentley Tyson's here, and we are in Bentayga heaven. To my left here we have black crystal. To my right here we've got light sapphire. And here in Tyson's Corner, Virginia, we are your Mid-Atlantic region's #1 Bentayga dealership. Coming outside, I want to show you a really cool feature. You've seen online before a lot of videos talk about how Bentayga is Bentley's first new SUV. And it's the fastest SUV you can buy, the most exclusive, and the most luxurious SUV you can buy. And we all already know that, and it is, and it absolutely is. But one thing that it is that a lot of videos are missing is it's got so much technology that you otherwise couldn't get before in a Bentley. Lane departure warning, advanced radar, cruise control, heads-up display. I mean, you name it, this car has it. One of the features that we're going to go over today is the car will actually park itself as well as pull itself out of a parking spot for you. So we've got this dark sapphire Bentayga here. We're gonna hop in. I'll show you how it parks itself. I'll pull out of the parking spot. You'll be amazed by how easy it is. So here we are. We've got this parking space set up here between this 2007 Continental GT and 2016 Mulsanne. And we're gonna simulate a parallel parking on the left side, which is a little counterintuitive. Generally speaking, if you're going down a one-way street, the parking space is going to be on the right side. But all we need to do in this car, we're going to put the car in drive, and we're going to hit this button here, which is a P with a steering wheel next to it. And that's going to indicate that it's going to start looking for a parking space. And as I mentioned, it's going to automatically start looking for the space on the right-hand side of the car. We want it to search for the left-hand, so we're going to just hit the turn signal here. So now it's looking for the parking space. We're going to pull forward a little bit, and it'll start finding the space and measuring it out. So now it tells us to drive forward and to start the parking maneuver, and it'll actually guide us and tell us what to do from here. So I guess that's far enough. Now it wants us to put it in reverse and let go of the steering wheel. So we're going to hit the B on top, put the car in reverse, and it's going to tell us that it's active, drive slowly. And so we operate the gas and the brakes. It's going to do all the steering. So watch how cool this is. I'm going to lift my foot off the brake. You can see the parking space here. And it is doing all of the steering for us. Very intuitive. It has a directional indicator here that tells us which way the car is going and what it's doing, and it fits it right into the parking space. It tells us to put it back into drive. It's going to center it in the spot. You can see it turning the wheel there. And then it tells us that it's over. Take over the steering. So we're going to put the car in park. And let's go take a look at the spot, how it centered it in. So you can see, as I mentioned, it's centered perfectly in there. It's about 6 to 8 inches away from the curb, which is just ideal for parallel parking. Now I'm also going to show you this system, because what it does, it pulls you out of the parking space as well. So let's hop back in. So here we are again, we're in park. I'm going to hit this button here, the P with the steering wheel. It's the same button. And it's going to tell us which side of the car do you want to leave the parking space. And we're going to use the indicator, tell it we want to get out to the right. And then it's going to ask us to start auto parking procedure. We hit OK. And now it wants us to go into reverse first. So you can see it's doing all the steering. And now it wants us to go into drive. Again, I'm controlling the gas and the brake. It does all of the steering for you, as well as tells you really to go forward and back. So we're out. That was a big parking space. So it tells us you're done, take over the steering, and the car is ours now. Thanks again for joining us. My number here is 703-587-4482. If you're interested in the Bentayga or any of the technologies in the car, call me. Feel free to leave a comment below and see if there's some other technology that you would like demonstrated. Thanks a lot, guys.